another good example would be ecological movements, obviously. Like, they all say, okay, humans are sinful, humans are bad, they're harming our planet. That's what I was saying. So there was a golden age when there were no humans. Then humans appeared and screwed things up. So what should we do? We should, well, get rid of humans. That's one possible avenue. But most of the people most of the, ecological activists are not as bold as to require that, although some do, actually. But they say, okay, let's try to mitigate the human influence on nature. Okay, let's try to reduce CO2 emissions, as if they even did something to the planet. Let's try to reduce pollution. Let's try to bring all these species back, all these species that somehow suffered from the human influence, even though the, archaeology, or how do you call it, paleontology, tells us that 98 or 99% of all the species that ever lived actually are extinct now. So, like, well, okay, it's not, like, factually speaking, this is bullshit, of course. I mean, the ecological narrative, but I'm just trying to show you how perfectly fits it, how it is perfectly fitted into this general scheme of repentive thinking that I was talking about. And I think that it is really prominent that even the Pope supports this anthropogenic global warming agenda, because I think he kind of knows, or suspects at least, that both the anthropogenic global warming and the church, they have the same root fundamentally. It's this statement that humans are sinful and dirty and bad, and they should do something about it. Okay, so the church says, well, you should go to church, you should give us money, you should atone for your sins and confess with our preachers, and blah blah blah. And an ecological activist says, well, you should, reduce CO2 emissions, pay more taxes, give us more power, and blah blah blah.